Alright, I'm doing a slew of unrehearsed drunken videos tonight. It is going to be kind of a ramble on politics. I don't have a lot of alcohol left, so I'm trying to take advantage of what little alcohol I do have left so that I can keep being drunk and giving you these videos. Now, recently McCain and Obama had a debate. Who I saw as the winner of that debate, mostly it was a tie. I think there are more apprehensions about Obama, so in that respect I think the debate actually worked in Obama's favor because it alleviated a lot of those apprehensions for people who were a little on the fence, because he showed that he was intelligent, that he did know about the issues, although McCain did show that he's not just some old fart and that he knows what he's talking about too. If anyone watched the debates with Bush and Gore, Bush and Kerry, you know that Bush made a total ass of himself, and this was nothing like that. Both of them had a clear mastery of the issues. They knew what they were talking about. It was pretty good overall. That said, who I would like to win as opposed to who I would vote for, which I will get to in a minute. Who I would like to win between those two, since one of them will be the next president. Let's not fool ourselves. Third parties don't have a chance in this election. That doesn't mean they won't ever have a chance. I would like to see Obama as the next president. I agree with his policies more. That's really the end-all be-all. There's a lot of things I disagree with Obama about. There's a lot of things that I wish he would have on his presidential platform that he does not. I would like to see something done about the Electoral College. I would like to see third parties have a chance, more of a chance. I would like to see a lot of things changed. I would like to see something done about the Federal Reserve. I would like to see these people prosecuted as criminals that are doing very criminal activities, these Wall Street guys that are causing this crash and everything now. Now, as to who I will vote for, if any of you are paying attention to the third parties, Ron Paul called a conference. Hold on. I need some juice. Okay, Ron Paul called a conference between Ralph Nader, who's running as an independent, Cynthia McKinney, who's running for the Greens, Bob Barr, who's the Libertarian candidate, and Chuck Baldwin, who's the Constitutionalist candidate. Anyway, he proposed the new paradigm platform, which are 4 issues that they all agreed to champion. Now, let me find those 4 issues for you. Hold on. I'll read them to you, just to inform you. Okay, this is the new paradigm platform. We agree. The Republican-Democrat duopoly has, for far too long, ignored the most important issues facing our nation. However, alternative candidates Chuck Baldwin, Cynthia McKinney, and Ralph Nader, and they left him out, but Bob Barr as well, agree with Ron Paul on 4 key principles central to the health of our nation. These principles should be key to the considerations of every voter this November and in every election. We agree. Foreign policy. The Iraq War must end as quickly as possible with removal of all our soldiers from the region. We must initiate the return of our soldiers from around the world, including Korea, Japan, Europe, and the entire Middle East. We must cease the war propaganda, threats of a blockade, and plans for attacks on Iran, nor should we reignite the Cold War with Russia over Georgia. We must be willing to talk to all countries and offer friendship and trade and travel to all who are willing. We must take off the table the threat of a nuclear first strike against all nations. Privacy. We must protect the privacy and civil liberties of all persons under U.S. jurisdiction. We must repeal or radically change the Patriot Act, the Military Commissions Act, and the FISA legislation. We must reject the notion and practice of torture, eliminations of habeas corpus, secret tribunals, and secret prisons. We must deny immunity for corporations that spy willingly on the people for the benefit of the government. We must reject the unitary presidency, the illegal use of signing statements, and excessive use of executive orders. The national debt. We believe that there should be no increase in the national debt. The burden of debt placed on the next generation is unjust and already threatening our economy and the value of our dollar. We must pay our bills as we go along and not unfairly place this burden on a future generation. And finally, the Federal Reserve. We seek a thorough investigation, evaluation, and audit of the Federal Reserve System and its cozy relationships with the banking, corporate, and other financial institutions. The arbitrary power to create money and credit out of thin air behind closed doors for the benefit of commercial interests must be ended. There should be no taxpayer bailouts of corporations and no corporate subsidies. Corporations should be aggressively prosecuted for their crimes and frauds. Now, these 4 issues are issues that neither McCain or Obama are championing, and they are very, very fucking important. Now, when Ron Paul called this thing, Ralph Nader, Cynthia McKinney, Bob Barr, Chuck Baldwin, they're kind of united. They're calling themselves the Peace Coalition. Now, a vote for any of those 4 candidates is considered a vote for the Peace Coalition and a support for those 4 issues that I just read to you. The 2-party system has to come to an end. It's completely dominating politics, and it's just sad. Now, I'm probably going to vote for third party. I don't know who I'm going to vote for just yet. Now, if I do vote for third party, it really doesn't matter, as that person's obviously not going to be president. If you aren't going to be with me and vote third party, then I do sincerely hope that you vote for Obama, because between Obama and McCain, Obama is definitely a far better person to lead our country. But I do hope that some of you will vote third party. I think that if you really want to affect change in the long run, not in the short run, obviously, short term, but if you really want to affect change and bring this 2-party system down, then you really need to vote third party. And never before have we seen third parties united like this. Now, I hope this peace coalition continues beyond the 2008 election. And what I would really like to see, and I wish I would have seen this in this election, but what I really would like to see in 2012 would be a Nader-Paul ticket, Ralph Nader and Ron Paul. That would send a huge message. I think that kind of ticket would have more media attention than even this peace coalition did, and I think that they might get upwards of 20 to maybe even 30% of the popular vote. I think it would just be that awesome. I mean, Ron Paul and Ralph Nader, they disagree on so many issues, but if they teamed up, if one was the other one's VP, I think that would just be awesome. I think it would be a huge message, and there's no reason for them not to, since they know that they wouldn't get into the presidency, and which I think is why they didn't do it already, but it's just stupid. So, yeah, I'm drunk, but I hope that you'll vote third party with me, that you'll affect real change, try to bring down the 2-party system. If you do ever vote for major party candidates, try to make candidates that support instant runoff voting, support changing the electoral college or even getting rid of it. Things of that nature. Howard Dean is an excellent example. He is the chairman of the Democratic Party, and I wish he had run, actually, this year. I would have voted for him. He is the one Democrat that I would unflinchingly vote for, because he's just that awesome, even though he does have a shady history. Despite that, he's just that awesome that I would still vote for him. So yeah, vote third party. Vote for Chuck Baldwin, or Bob Barr, or Cynthia McKinney, or Ralph Nader. Especially if you like Ron Paul, since Ron Paul is backing the third parties. I guess now he's officially backing Chuck Baldwin, but he did make a statement saying he wanted to get as many people to vote for Ralph Nader as he could. So in a way, he's kind of also endorsing Ralph Nader. He's in fact kind of endorsing all the third parties, but specifically Chuck Baldwin, which is gross to me. Absolutely disgusting, since Chuck Baldwin's a radical religious nut. But yeah, if you want to affect some real change and not just the bullshit change that Obama and McCain are talking about, then that's the way to do it. If you absolutely refuse to vote third party, then I do sincerely hope that you vote for Obama, because that would be the second best way to vote. I think I covered everything. Good luck. Good night.